We get often asked, how do I clean my sword? What do I need? How do I keep it in tip-top shape? How do I keep it from rusting or getting corroded? So we have these $20 sword cleaning kits available on our website at rvakatana.com, and they have everything you need to keep your sword looking tip-top shape. So they give you sword oil, which is the best quality oil you can get. It's the choji oil. They give you a small little container used for keeping your oiled rags. They give you uchiko powder, which is used to remove contaminants, oils, fingerprints. And they give you some washi, some wiping paper. And they give you a makuki nuki, which is used to take the pins out. And they give you some extra paper. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our sword out and we're going to put on a sword pillow. Now, you definitely want to use something. You don't want to put on a bare table or a countertop or the floor. That's bad manners. So you want to use something, a rag, an old sock, or ken makara sword pillow you want to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take my wiping papers here, wiping cloth. I'm just going to kind of just wipe it down. And make sure when you do this, you pinch from the spine downwards. You don't want to slice yourself, so don't go in a slicing motion. Pinch down. That way you're not gonna cut yourself. Okay. And if your sword has a bohi like this one, a fuller, you want to make sure you get inside the bohi too. Get all those stray stuff off the sword. And then we're gonna go ahead and use our uchiko powder. So the uchiko powder will start here at the bottom, and every 2 inches or so, we'll go ahead and tap. And just a light tap. You don't have to go crazy. Let me flip it over from the top all the way down. There's a sort of process to this. Make sure you get the spine, the munet, and the ha for good measure. Once you've done that, you want to go ahead and use your cloth, fold it over, and you want to wipe that off completely. Wipe it down and make sure you get inside that fuller, inside that bohi. Make sure you get all of the powder off. And again, be careful when you're doing this and you're sliding down the blade. You don't want to cut yourself. Got to be careful. Now we have a pristine blade, clear of any contaminants. So now we're going to use our choji oil. So you just want to use a little bit. There's a such thing as too much. Too much oil can deteriorate the scabbard from the inside. So I'm just going to put just a little bit, a little messy there. And basically, I'm going to fold it over and just wipe the blade once like that. And because this sword has a bohi, I'll get inside the bohi as well. And now you're done. Now your sword is oiled up, ready to go. Now, when should you do this procedure? Well, anytime you touch it, your fingerprints are going to potentially corrode or rust the blade. You want to make sure you clean it immediately, especially if you do any cutting. Typically, if you're a practitioner, you want to wipe it down with the cloth after every use. But as far as applying the oil, it depends on where you live and the humidity. But typically, we do this every 60 to 90 days. For some people earlier, it's just a matter of admiring your sword, keeping it clean. So the sword kit is available on our website, rvakatana.com, along with these awesome sword pillows.